I'd like to welcome everybody to the regular town board meeting for October 24th. I'd ask everybody please turn off cell phones, pagers, electronic devices, and assisted listening devices are available for the hearing impaired. I ask everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ask for a moment of silent reflection, please. Thank you. Just to let everybody know, Jason Myers is attending via Zoom while he's on vacation. Agenda approval. Anybody have any amendments to the agenda?
I'd like to add Halloween.
Okay, anybody else?
I might make mention of the Marble Orchard.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Resident statements. John Murniak, 716 Ridge Road.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. So then, at the last board meeting, okay, not the work session, the last board meeting, I'm going to rehash a little bit here. The board decided to postpone the vote on a controversial zoning change. It's put off until the October 13th work session. At that meeting, the board unanimously approved the zoning change of the residential lot that was petitioned off in order to allow for developer to build a 10-unit apartment building, incorporating it in with his other development that he has. And as I pointed out for a year, the planning board and with this board here, all of the residents were against it. But at the end, that October 13th meeting, you guys went ahead and approved it. As I said in that, at the end of that meeting, the residents' concerns don't seem to matter when it comes to a vote regarding real estate and investment here in town. So, going forward, as I said before, residents come in and they say, we don't want something. Or, like I've heard many times for different parcels of land here that other residents don't want. Well, listen, that vote doesn't count. The only vote that counts is when you guys decide. You know, it isn't just what Tim wants to do or not do. He just forces the vote. It's what you guys decide. Now, we have in this town numerous small businesses operating. I would guess some illegally. You brought it up about my son illegally on a residential lot. Okay. I've asked this board before to look into and address these small businesses. Okay, if it's an electrician that works out of his house, has his truck, goes and works in everybody else's property, that's his residence, and that's where his business is. Could be a carpenter maybe doing something like that also. Okay, it could be a tree guy like my son. We have a lot of landscapers, guys that cut grass, they park, you know, trailers and everything in their lot. You know, that's a small business going on. So, you know, you guys have the ability to make adjustments to what you call 2012 12 code changes that you made that restrict certain things in residential areas. I think you need to open that up a little more to allow some of these things with some kind of appropriate wording, okay, that will allow something to happen, especially in cases where that business isn't really at that location. It's when they go out and work here, here, and here, okay? Not hurting anybody residentially, because, you know, like there was a complaint and you respond to it from the code enforcement, but other than that, it's business as usual. I ran across somebody that I had made acquaintance with before that told me that he moved to this town recently, I don't know how recent it was. Told me he bought a $450,000 home in Lewiston. Great, I want to settle in Lewiston. But he wanted to do a small business, does work on cars and things. No place in the town for him to establish himself as a business because all the commercial and light industrial property is being held by people that aren't going to release that no matter what. So, in his case, he had to go to Wilson to establish what he's going to do. Okay, now, if I'm a resident here in Lewiston, do I want to drive to Wilson to take advantage of his services, or would it have been better for him to have some way of establishing himself here in this town, okay, so that residents can take advantage of it? You know, it can't just...
But where do you draw the line? You know, you talk about, hold on, let me ask you a question. Where do you draw the line? And I'll give you an example. You mentioned somebody that cuts grass, okay? So they pull in with the truck and they got a lawnmower on their truck, okay? And they go out and cut grass. We've never had a complaint of that guy. But what happens when all of a sudden his business starts booming and now it goes to 2, to 4, to 8 mowers and, hold on, let me finish, 8 trailers, and all the cars, all the employees are coming to his residence, okay, in the morning and parking on the road, up and down the road. Now they're going somewhere else, right? And then they come home and then they pressure wash all their equipment at about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, 6, 7, 8 guys, and this is every day. Where do you draw the line?
That's a perfect example, okay? That's happened in this town before because I heard that from Judge Shearer. It's people that have come before him. But in that case there, that business grows beyond an individual, okay, running a business to what you're describing, move to this commercial piece of property, okay?
And that's exactly what happened.
And that's not...
That's exactly what happened.
Listen, you're right, okay, well...
And that's exactly what happened.
Maybe so, okay? But my point is that, you know, where is this property that's available that these people are hanging on to, okay, that, you know, won't allow, you know, won't sell anything to allow somebody to establish themselves, okay? I mean, you brought up about the transitional property up on 31.
Right.
Right? I mean, right? You guys, I won't say you guys, but maybe it's just you, Steve, you know, have considered trying to do something up in that area.
Yep.
Because there has been.
104
businesses
and
that-
31.
That has been established there, right? But, you know, I don't understand, you know, why there can't be some language, okay? I'm gonna go back to, you know, what you brought up about my son, all right? Everything that he does is elsewhere, okay? If he had a number of employees, I agree. Residential is not the place for that. But where does he go? Where does he go, okay, to establish that? Okay, I don't ever see that business getting to that size, but, you know, I'm just asking to take a look at how you can do something to address these small businesses that operate in the town and like I said, some language I know I had heard down at Porter is wrestling with the same thing. They're trying to come up with some kind of way of addressing that. Okay?
Well, what I do know is that's why they stopped using the special use permits, because people were getting special use permits that says, I want to do A. And then A became B, C, D, E, E, F, G, H, I, J, and it got out of control, and he had no controls over them. So that's why those special use permits aren't given anymore. So, I mean, if you want to come in and talk, I'll come in and talk. You can come in and talk, you know, we can talk about it. But I'm gonna cut you off there. I've given you plenty of time. You're only supposed to have like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, so I'm gonna cut you off there. But like I said, it's something I have looked into, you're right. And at this point, you know, we're not looking to move forward on it. So, but I appreciate you.
May I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been around a long time, and I get to talk to lots of people when I'm out and about. In your neighborhood, I had the pleasure of being at an activity where there were 2 or 3 people who lived there. And I asked them, I said, I hear that you're all against what Mr. Massaro wanted to do down at his lower level. They go, no, that doesn't bother us at all. We were upset when there was a possibility of a zoning change on Ridge Road that would allow a commercial building up there. They said, these 2 people that I talked to said, we have no problem with what's going on the flat area where Mr. Massaro is going to put his new buildings. That's one. 2, again, I've been involved in this for years and years and years. If Lewiston was starting out as a brand new township with a clean, flat, empty community, you could have exact small business areas, commercial, residential, rural. But when a community grows like Lewiston has grown over the years, you have people living at all 4 corners of the town. There's really no commercial area big enough, clear enough to be that zone that you're talking about. Every so many years, the town has an opportunity to change the master plan. When we call people in and we have meetings, we talk about it. People who live in a residential, rural residential area don't want it changed. People who want to have a small business are looking to put their small business someplace. It's hard to find an area to zone for them. So we have Model City Road, we have a couple places out in Sanborn,
Langdon Road.
Langdon Road, and Langdon Road is a mixed community too. In the middle of Langdon Road, which is light industry, the people live there. And as soon as some business wants to come in and say, I'd like to do this, then they say, no, 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 we don't want that one. So it's tough to find a clean area to call commercial zoning.
I'm going to go back to my point at the very beginning of this, okay? That excuse that the residents don't want something, you know, that falls flat on its face because you already proved that. Yes, you talked to a few of my neighbors up here. Right. I'm going to tell you, when this place was built at the planning board meeting, okay, and my neighbors on both sides of where I live were very angry and hopeful at what was going to be done.
And again, did they think that it was going to be a zoning change on top of Ridge Road there?
At the end of the day, okay, how many people showed up here to voice a concern about it? One.
Well, yes,
Me.
yes.
Okay?
Well,
And, because just like in most other cases.
Mr. Murray, I'm gonna cut you off because
Yeah, I know.
you've
Just one more point.
been going for 20 minutes.
Just
So I'm
one
gonna cut you off. You can talk again at the end. I'll give you another few minutes at the end. Okay, we have to get on with our board meeting. I appreciate it. Department head statements. Carol, anything from the clerk's office? Captain, anything? Nothing. Tim, anything? Jackie, you're on the agenda. Dan, anything? Jeff?
I'm on the agenda.
Okay, Bob?
All fine, Mr. Supervisor.
Mitch?
No, sir.
Melinda?
Well, we're getting the new carpet installed in the office at the senior center. We're pretty excited about that. Today we had Danny's guys help us move the furniture out. There was a little glitch. The carpet was glued much more than they thought it was going to be. So that job will be finished, and then either the guys from the water treatment plant or Danny's guys help us move all the furniture that's in the lunchroom back in. And the newsletter will be done when they get the office and computer back
Good.
Things are going good.
And how was the Halloween party?
Good, yes, it was a wonderful time. Yes, we had a scary ghoul came.
Nice.
That was
Nice.
Phil.
I'm sorry I missed it.
He
Yeah.
actually scared a few of the seniors because they were a little afraid because he doesn't have a cane generally when he comes in and isn't fully masked up. I thought it was him, but he kind of held out for a while with his disguise, so it was a little scary, but we're okay. That's good. Keeps the heart going.
Thank you very much. I know the parking lot's been packed every day, so,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so.
Well, we're paying people to park there.
Yeah.
Or they're paying us, I should say.
Yeah. Kathy, you there?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Hello. Go ahead.
Just a reminder that this Friday, the 28th, we do have our first annual trunk or treat. We'll be at Lewiston Town Hall from 6 to 8 p.m.
Okay.
So if you're interested in coming, you're more than welcome. We are still taking some cars. If they want to join us, we are providing the candy for each car, so they don't have to worry about bringing any candy. We're providing everything.
Okay, great. Great. Okay.
Yes.
Good.
So hopefully some of the cars will be decorated appropriately for Halloween.
Yes.
Here, wait, you got to see Bill. He's got his costume on, so.
It looks great.
Yeah. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
The abstract, Councilman Morial.
October 24, 2022. I move to approve the regular abstract of claims numbered 22-02837 to 22-02955 and recommend payment in the amount of $128,962.53 plus a post audit of $7,484.86. That's a
Second.
motion. Okay.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Approval of the minutes from the October 13th work session.
So move as printed.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Pending old business, there'll be no action taken on the special use permit for Wilco Auto. New business, clerk's correspondence, anyone? And under legal for Supervisor Broderick, the transfer right away to Ianucci will be tabled tonight. There's some more legal activity that needs to occur there. Engineering? All quiet. Budget revisions. Jackie?
I have presented to the Board of Supervisors for budget revisions for the fiscal year 2022, and I ask for those approvals tonight, please.
So move to approve the budget revisions as printed.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Preliminary budget presentation.
Yep. In front of you, you will all find the 2023 preliminary budget. At this time, I will ask for a public hearing to be held on Thursday, November 3rd at 6 o'clock on the budget.
We get a motion on a public hearing for November 3rd.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? So it'll be 6 p.m. on 11/3 for the budget. Public hearing for the budget. Is that it?
At this time, the 2023 tax cap will not be over.
Good. Mighty Niagara Half Marathon, every year they send us an updated letter. I'll read it real quick. Dear Steve Broderick, thank you for your continued support of the Mighty Niagara Half Marathon and the Hospice-5K. We are already planning for next year, and we would like to request Saturday, September 30th, 2023 for next year's race. We plan to keep the same route with our starting line at our park and post-race party at Porter on the Lake Park. Our race director, Paul Beatty, and I would be glad to come and discuss the event if needed and answer any questions you might have. Our event continues to raise thousands of dollars for Niagara Hospice and is becoming a must-run race in the area. Sincerely, Colleen D'Addario, event specialist. So there's no action taken. They're just notifying us that Saturday, September 30th will be the date of next year's race. And roster addition to Upper Mountain Fire Company. Please add the following individual to our roles as a new member of the Upper Mountain Fire Company of Lewiston, New York. Stephen Kovach, 4324 Crescent Drive, Niagara Falls, New York. Make a motion to...
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Also, what we missed at the last meeting, and I was unaware that it was part of it, the Lewiston Town Court has been awarded a grant under the Justice Court Assistance Program, and part of that was to be painted, the offices to be painted. And they request that the lowest bidder be retained for the painting of the office, and that would be Hefferon Painting at $3,150. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Councilman Guyton.
Just a reminder again about Halloween, that it will be Monday night, and it will, pardon me, Sunday night.
Monday night.
Monday night, and it ends at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, 4 to 7.
And we have our event here, and if your parents are looking for activities for their kids, I believe Saturday is on the businesses on Center Street will be handing out candy, and the village has some activities going. Look on the village website, and of all my years teaching, the day after Halloween was probably one of the worst. Those kids were flying high on sugar, and so were the teachers.
Thank you very much. Councilman Jacoby.
A couple things with the liaison. I'm the liaison to the Council on the Arts, and we've been running the Marble Orchard Ghost Walk for some time. They run it, but I participate. And Friday night we had 215 people came. It was the vast majority of whom paid, and it's a big fundraiser for them. I thought it was really an accomplishment. They started out, they had 8 or 9 people who come to watch it, and it's grown over the years. And this quite possibly might be the final year for it in its present form. Then the other liaison thing that you guys are aware of, the Lewiston Friends of the Library had a gathering. Fundraiser, yeah. And it was encouraging to see all the people, and they raised quite a bit of money over the course of a year. But additionally, the library staff was quite pleased with the situation, with everything.
Good. Good. Excellent. Councilman Morial.
Yes, Jeff Ritter from the Water Pollution Control Center would like to make a couple changes to the waste haulers and the modern leachate. The first one, he'd like to raise the price of the waste haulers from 4.2 cents to 5 cents per gallon. It will be an increase of 0.8 cents. I'd like to make a motion to approve that.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, and just so to clarify, it's 0.042 cents a gallon to 0.05 cents a gallon, an increase of 0.008 cents. So just to clarify that. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Go ahead.
And then the next one is we would like to increase the modern disposal leachate fee from 0.03 cents to 0.035 cents per gallon, an increase of ½ cent. So basically it's from 3 cents to 3.5 cents per gallon. And I'd like to make a motion to accept that.
Second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
And this will be
Motion carried.
in the 23 sewer use agreement and modern leachate agreement.
You want to add anything to that?
No.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Councilman Myers, anything?
Yeah, just a reminder, Sanborn Historical has their regular meeting tomorrow, Tuesday the 25th at 7 p.m. With a special presentation of taking a peek at Pekin with refreshments and no charge. Public's invited, so we welcome everyone out for that.
Good. And I know you're out of town, but they had their ham dinner Saturday night, and it was probably, Mrs. Maggard can vouch for this, it was probably the biggest crowd I've ever seen in that building for a sit-down meal. It was very nice.
When we just came home from the hospital that day, and we didn't have any sauerkraut.
Oh.
Christmas
We always
cabbage,
had it,
yeah.
And it took something away from the meal, but
It was fine, it was fine. Everything was delicious.
Yes.
he, yeah, I think it was too. But he is doing pretty good. His daughter's up from North Carolina watching over him. And he has pneumonia and he has congestive heart failure. But he's in good hands right now.
Yeah, he's in our prayers. Thank you. Okay. Real quick, upcoming meetings. The town hall will be closed on November 11th, Veterans Day. Our historic preservation is November 8th at 5:45 PM.
Mr. Supervisor?
Yep.
I made a mistake. It should be the 7th for both of those two.
Okay, November 7th for the
Monday.
historic preservation at 5:45. And the Environmental Commission is November 7th at 7 PM. Zoning Board of Appeals is November 10th at 6:30 PM. Work session November 14th at 6 PM. And just a reminder, at the November 3rd board meeting, there'll be a public hearing on the budget.
Election day?
Pardon?
You gonna mention election day?
Election
November
days,
8th.
it's
November 8th.
November 8th, so we got a meeting before that, so,
Steve, I know you said November 3rd for that budget hearing.
public hearing, yeah.
And what's the time?
6 PM, the beginning of our meeting, it's our regular meeting.
Oh, okay.
We will-
Or is it? No, it's a special meeting, I'm sorry.
Here,
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Thursday, November 3rd,
yeah.
at 6 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, thanks for pointing that out. November 3rd, Thursday at 6 PM.
Planning board is 17th also.
Okay, planning board's November 17th, 6 PM?
6:30.
6:30 PM. Okay. Mr. Murniak?
Hold on.
Okay. Well, with that, then I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in
Second.
favor?
I'm sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Thank you very much. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Trick or treat.
Be safe.